everyone try this. Just for 1 week, wake up in the morning and write, today I am grateful for. Right? Try it for 1 week and tell me what shift you feel. Because I did an exercise where I had to write 21 things every day for 21 days. And this is true. I was sitting on the carpet one day and I was journaling. And I said, how do I find 21 things every day? It's not easy. And I was just staring out and the sun was rising through the trees. And I said, oh, I'm grateful for sunshine today. I mean, it's as simple as that. Do you realize we actually forget? I'm so grateful I have ears to hear.
Yeah.
I have eyes to see.
Hello and welcome everybody. This is Sadhna and this is my channel, The Attitude of Gratitude. Today I'm here especially for a special theme, and here I want to say a small saying, which is, if the roots are nourished properly, the tree goes well. So we have a special guest. Her name is Anjana. She's an author of the book Radiate Happiness. Here we have Miss Anjana. Yes, how are you?
Very well, thank you, and thank you for inviting me on this podcast. Actually, Sadhna, before you ask me any questions and we go ahead, I would like to ask you a question. Is that okay?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. What made you come up with the attitude of gratitude, and how about you explaining a little bit of that first? Because my whole thing is a lot of what I do and talk about is gratitude. So I would love to hear your take on that.
So I have seen a lot of people, even I am one of them. Sometimes I forget, and sometimes we forget what blessings we have in our lives. And we run behind those things which we are maybe taking time to achieve. And for that, we leave the moment where we should be happy for what we have. So that was actually the thought behind it. Let's have a good gratitude and the attitude towards the gratitude. So this was the theme of my podcast channel name.
Lovely. So I think for me, gratitude is one of the most important things in our life. And the minute we can change our attitude
Towards
gratitude, we have less to complain about.
Yeah.
We have less to worry about. We have less to fear about. Because then we're actually living in our present state. And basically, instead of, my favorite piece, if somebody says, what's the takeaway you give me? I say, please wake up every morning or before you go to sleep, write 10 things you're grateful for. And I swear to God, your day will change if you start your morning like that. Because then you're not focusing on, oh my God, this has happened. Oh my God, I have to do this. Oh my God, he's late, she's late. I have to go here. You're actually starting your day by saying, I'm grateful I had this bed and I woke up this morning in this wonderful bed. I'm grateful I am going out here. I'm grateful I'm meeting Sadhna for my podcast. And that is where your entire life changes.
You know what? I have seen a few people, not one or two, few people I have seen in the morning as a ritual.
Yeah.
They pray. But during the day, what stress and what kind of language they use with their, members, like office people and, on the road, maybe with friends. So I don't feel that they have a gratitude actually towards, means their attitude is really not enough, means for a sake of routine you're doing it and then you're not following it throughout the day. So in this scenario, what you want to say?
I personally think prayer and gratitude are two very different things, right? A lot of people, and I'm not going to get into the topic of religion, it's too personal, but I think a lot of people pray because they've been told to pray. Or whatever the reason is, it's a routine, it's something they're used to doing and stuff like that. So I'm not talking about prayer. What I'm talking about is having gratitude, feel, and the minute you start writing it. So every morning, I wish I had a photograph to show you all, but I created a diary, and it's just called Today I. That's it. And it's available. I'll definitely send you a copy. You literally wake up and you say, please everyone try this. Just for 1 week, wake up in the morning and write, today I am grateful for. Right? Try it for 1 week and tell me what shift you feel.
I'm going to try myself first.
You must do it, because I promise you're going to feel the shift. Because you actually start thinking more about, oh my God, I never realized this. I mean, I did an exercise where I had to write 21 things every day for 21 days. And this is true. I was sitting on the carpet one day and I was journaling. And I said, how do I find 21 things every day? It's not easy. And I was just staring out, and the sun was rising through the trees. And I said, oh, I'm grateful for sunshine today. I mean, it's as simple as that. Do you realize we actually forget? I'm so grateful I have ears to hear.
Yeah.
I have eyes to see. I have shoes. There are so many things to be grateful for, but we're so caught up in what we don't have.
Right. This is the point of the episode today. We are talking about those women who are actually having a lot of things, but they are crying for some small things in their lives. And because of that, they make themselves really frustrated, and they show it outside the world that everybody can take advantage of their anger or maybe frustration. Right. So let's talk about this. You are elder than me and you have raised your kids well. Now you are a grandmother.
Yes.
So I want to hear from you, because the generation will listen more to those people who are little elder than us. So what suggestion you want to give it today to the women today, what they are doing wrong in their lives, and how they can be happy, because your book name is Happiness. It's Radiate Happiness, right? So how can a woman be having issues? On the other side, she is working, she's taking care of the family and everything, but there are a few things which they are not happy for. So how they can shift this to that, I would like to hear from you.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is please start your gratitude diary. Okay.
Yeah,
that's definitely one of the things.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing that, you're actually shifting your focus, right? I think what we're talking about here is, from what I understand, is a lot of self-worth, self-compassion. We spend a lot of time, and I mean, it's changing. Today's generation is a lot different from the earlier generations, where previously women were just housewives. Today, and I don't think there's anything wrong. I was a mother for many years in my life, and only at the age of 55, when I said, oh my goodness, I think I should start writing a book, I doubted myself. And I said, you're already 55. How can you start now? So I think we spend a lot of time doubting ourselves.
Right.
We spend a lot of time putting ourselves down. We don't give ourselves enough importance. I truly believe and this is, I'm not saying it is nothing about men versus women, okay? But I believe in many homes, when the mother is in a good state, she's in a happy state, her husband and her children, it's like like you said, the roots of strong. So it's like everybody seems to be in a calmer state.
Yeah.
Because then you can handle your husband if he comes home in a bad mood, or you can handle your child if they're throwing a tantrum, or whatever it is. If the child is in a bad mood, it doesn't affect everybody else around. If the papa or the father is in a bad mood,
he goes inside the cocoon.
It's different men work differently.
Right.
So it's really it's as important for my husband to be in a good state, had to be in a happy state too. Okay, because if he's not in a happy state, then I'm not happy either. So I have to make sure of that. But here, listen to what I said. I have to make sure of that.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that he's in a happy, and I'm sure when I'm low, he does the same.
Yeah.
But when we come back to this thing about women, I feel we don't create enough boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody turns around and says, oh, but this happens and I don't have any time for myself, it's because you're not creating boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
And there is nothing wrong in creating healthy boundaries.
So how we can create boundaries? Like, it is just saying no to everybody, or it is always means listen and then realize, and then after that you create your boundaries that you want to go for it or not. Every time if you say no to everybody, they will call us You know that better
But
than. Yeah.
that's the problem. Creating boundaries does not mean saying no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So I'll give you an example. So my sister had called recently, and we were just chatting, and I had to do some. Normally, I would just keep chatting for like as long as needed. But instead of that, I said, listen, I need to do this. I need to finish my podcast. I'll finish my podcast and I'll call you later. That's as simple as creating a boundary.
It means telling the truth to the person and accept from them that they will understand.
How? Because you're not only saying the truth to somebody else, you're actually being truthful to yourself.
Yeah.
Because in the process of everything, we stop being truthful. In fact, there's a chapter in the book which I think is called The Real Me.
Yes, I have read.
Right?
I've read that chapter, yeah.
And that's when, if you're not true to yourself,
right,
how can you be true to your family?
This is my father. Every time on every podcast, I remember my father, but every time I get out of this scenario, he used to say two things. The religion is very difficult to handle. First, you came as human, be human.
Yeah.
Second was, you came as a human, and if you are not taking care of your own self, how you will take care of others?
I agree.
Again, to all of you, this is what my saying is. Please remember this. We are not against anything. We are here to help you. Somebody is agitated because of they are having some issues in the family. So please listen the conversation properly. Might be it will help you somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think by being true to yourself, how can one be true to themselves? You start by actually realizing when you're doing something. Am I doing it that is going to help me?
Right.
Or am I doing it because the other person needs it? Okay, now that doesn't mean you deny if my child needs something. Of course, I'm going to be there for them. But if it's just one of those which I was having this conversation earlier, and I said,
if it's not urgent.
No, like yesterday I was having a conversation with my son, and I said, oh, I really miss cooking. And so he said, so why don't you go and spend more time in the kitchen? I said, no, because I've realized I have so much time with myself now that I've created a new podcast. I've started writing on Substack. I'm doing things which I enjoy.
Right.
I used to cook. Now, if I want to cook something, I will go to the kitchen, cook it. But I don't need to cook every day. That is creating the boundary for myself, saying I'm not going to cook every day because I'm enjoying this for myself too. That's not, now this is very important. Please remember this. That's not selfish.
Yeah, people call it selfish.
Yes. Self-love is not selfish.
Right.
Self-acceptance is not selfishness. This is a very important point to remember. There is a big distinction between self-love and selfishness. If I'm going to do something which is going to hurt you, I'm being selfish. But if it's something that you understand, it has to be an understanding. So there
are things when we do it. Okay, I had attended one event and there was a conversation happening. So I said the same statement. There was a female who took it in another way. She said, but why? Means every time you will say it is not right, that everybody will take it on the positive note. But my intentions are clear that I don't want to hurt you. Hurting means indirectly I am not attacking you for something. If I am keeping myself in front of you, accept it. That is in your hand. If you're not accepting it, I have to be on the track. So that is the case. People, just mold everything to the other side. So in this condition, how we can help ourselves? Like,
there's a wonderful saying which says, respond, don't react. Okay. So if you say something and you say, but Anjana, I don't agree. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't agree?
Right.
That's a reaction. So if you say, Anjana, I don't agree. And I say, Sadhana, can I understand why you don't agree? That's a response.
Means pause, think and reply.
Because 90% of the times we react. We're not responding.
Right.
It's like, that's because you're coming from a space of, I'm being attacked. There's a very lovely tool that I use very often. And we learned it from Louise Hay, who started the Hay Foundation many years ago. And it's called mirror work. So the first time I did a workshop and I carried the little compact mirrors and gave everybody. And I made them look in the mirror and talk to themselves and tell themselves they love themselves. And this lady turned around and said, I refuse to do that. That's so vain. And I said, that's not vanity. If you're looking in the mirror and you're saying, oh, I need to get my eyebrows done, and you're looking at your mirror and saying, oh, I'm so beautiful, that's vanity.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But if you're looking in the mirror, and that's why I say it has to be a small mirror. I prefer telling them because you're looking into your eyes. You're looking into your soul and you're actually telling yourself, I love you. Do you know it is one of the most difficult exercises to do?
I might cry if I'll be emotional to the mirror.
It is.
Yeah.
A lot of people cry. And I don't go and hug them when they cry.
It is good that, that emotions should come out.
There are a lot of people who still can't do it. But that is an amazing tool. We really to just look at yourself and say, I love you.
There's a different kind of imagination which I can do right now when I see myself in the mirror, when I get ready, and the feeling is different. But exactly what you are saying, sometimes we are sad or, that emotional trauma, mood swings or something like that. Then that time I have cried once or twice.
Yeah.
Because when I say what we are doing for, and that emotion comes out in front of the mirror, that is the case. Like, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's the simplest. Come on. And I'm going to ask everybody who watches this, please try and do this. We're going to say gratitude. Every day, for 1 week, you're going to write your gratitude.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
The second thing is, all of you brush your teeth, right? Yes? Okay. So while you're brushing your teeth, look at yourself in the mirror and just say, I love you. Say it from the bottom of your heart. I love you. Take your name. I love you, Anjana.
Right.
I love you, Anjana. And when you do that, you start feeling very different. That's like the most simple thing you can do for yourself, honestly. And I find it so amazingly powerful.
Very easily you explained this, and somehow I am feeling like doing it. And guys, I'm going to practice it for you. And yes, on maybe any other episode, I'm going to talk about it, that we spoke about this in Anjana's episode, and then that practice I did. So you'll be seeing it soon once I'll do it. I want to know that you started your journey, as you said, in between means after long time.
Yes.
So 2 years before you had, written the book.
Yeah.
What you were doing before and how your thought changed to this, where you wanted to share your happiness to the world. What was the shift in your life, and you came upon this at the age of 55?
So, the first line in my book says, curiosity brought me on this path.
Okay.
So basically, the kids were grown up. I used to listen to a lot of Wayne Dyer and Deepak Chopra and all these different speakers, the self-help gurus. And I, like when the kids were sleeping, I'd take notes and I'd be lying there with them and things like that. And I'd spend a lot of time with that. And as they grew up and they were, started going in full-time school and stuff like that, I started learning a lot of different things. So I'm a Reiki master, I'm a pranic healer, I do angel tarot, so a lot. Okay, basically a lot of things. I've covered nearly everything possible that there is, because I was just really loving it. And I then started hosting workshops at home.
Okay.
And I always did small, intimate workshops where people really, I want somebody to go home with. There has to be a good take home.
Take home, yeah.
I don't want somebody to just come and say, yeah, it was a good workshop. That's not enough.
That feeling from inside you wanted to feel, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and then a lot of these different ones, I did things on happiness and just most of the tools that are in my book, I did a workshop on all of them. Whether it was Ho'oponopono, it was EFT, I did drawing, I did chakras, everything possible, different ones. I did a lot of them. And I remember one of somebody who was there. He was, it was one of my participants who was a guy, and Adil. And he said, Anjana, you've done so many workshops for us, which we really love. He says, how about gathering it all together and putting it in a book?
Right.
And I laughed. And I said, are you mad? Me? Write a book? No chance. Okay. And this was at least 10 years ago, he must have said it. And it was the back of my head. And then he'd say, so what have you decided? Are you writing your book? I'm like, yeah, kind of a thing. And then I started writing it. And this is really interesting because I started writing it maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Okay. And in between I stopped. I stopped for over a year.
Okay.
And that's when I said, what's wrong with you? Are you an author? How can you write a book?
How can you not write a book?
That's exactly, see, I was doubting my own self.
Yeah.
I doubted myself. I said, how can you do this?
Mm.
You're not capable. And then I gave the script and I didn't get great feedback and whatever. And I'm like, okay, leave it. And this is the truth. I was sitting one day in my house and I was just looking out. And when you just space, I was literally looking out and I was just spacing. And it was like I got a ting ting in my head.
Yeah, okay.
Literally. Restart. I picked up my iPad, I was writing it, and I just started. And
that was a shift in your life.
It was literally that. It was like, it wasn't like this big dramatic thing happened. Nothing. It literally was, it's time to do it. This is your service to the world.
Right.
Okay? Even if it touches a few people's hearts, you've done something right.
Means now you have came upon this situation where you have written a book and you are ready to help people.
Yeah.
Right? You are helping women. You're helping men. So what my point was, it's you took a lot of time to make yourself happy.
Yes.
Now you are standing by for a woman.
Yeah.
And you want them to be happy.
Yeah.
So my question is to all of you. I've heard a saying which is, a woman is woman's enemy, but the best friend of a woman is always a best friend.
Yeah.
So when the woman is starting with you to make you happy, why you are not taking care of yourself? The point is, you should be happy so that the world will be in peace.
Absolutely.
Right? If everybody is fine and happy. So I think the surroundings, we cannot go to everybody's house to make them happy, but we'll take care, we'll see in ourselves. So if our house is happy, maybe the friends of house, and they will see, and we'll create an example, right?
So I think you have to first start with joy from within.
Yeah.
Okay? Everything else will follow. But if there's no joy within you,
yeah.
So if I'm sitting and I'm smiling like this at everybody, it's fake.
Right.
Okay? I can smile and I can show the world, yeah, I'm so happy and I radiate happiness. But if I'm hurting from within, it shows on you. You feel it.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So it's really, really, I find that the first thing we need to work out is, where is that unhappiness within?
Mm-hmm.
What is not letting you be completely happy? Because what is not letting you be the real you?
Maybe you are not keeping yourself on the first
or
step.
You're really worried that, oh no, if I do this and I may be judged by so and so.
Injustice to people around me, right?
No, you're scared.
Yeah.
I mean, if I want to dance on this table, everyone's going to turn and say she's crazy.
Yeah.
But if I want to do it, I'll do it because I'm going to be true to myself. I promise you I'm not going to do it. But the point is, you have to start living for who you are.
Right.
A lot of us live for society.
Right.
We're living that, oh my God, what if he doesn't approve? What if she, oh my God, I'm going for this lunch and there's 7 women there. So, I have to make sure that they all, approve and, that I should look this way and I should behave this way. We have to stop doing that. We have to start living for ourselves.
There will be a lot of people thinking now, if I'll take this, if I'll go to some wrong habit, but let me clarify to you, the things which you don't have to hide from the world, and you think it's right, please do it.
Yeah,
this is what she's trying to explain.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they will start doing everything.
No.
And any other thing.
No. 1 minute. I don't think I have come on a podcast today.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I've got lipstick on.
Right.
I've had my hair done.
Right.
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it from
No,
that.
You are not saying, but everybody's have 2 brains, right? One is good one is the other one.
But you have to decide what you enjoy doing.
Right.
You please start doing more of what you want. Stop doing as much of what the world expects of you.
Right.
of what social media excites,
Yeah.
that the expectations are crazy.
Hmm.
You know,
Right.
oh, I post this, oh, I've got only so many likes, that one got so many likes. Doesn't matter.
People only sees happy inside the social media are
Yeah.
actually unhappy people.
Yeah.
This is what I have seen.
I'm
in
not
few
going
of the
to judge
podcasts.
those people. 'cause I
No, but
refuse
this
to
is what every day you just scroll and you see
Yeah.
that, no?
Yeah.
So I am seeing all of this nowadays. Maybe if somebody is really happy and they want to share,
Yes.
then what?
Absolutely.
Maybe their choice. They can put it.
I think
But
there's nothing
everything
wrong.
you do in your life, what I have realized is everybody is having a problem.
Yeah.
So why to think about everybody where they have problems with you? It's better to think what is right and you want to do it and finish.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It is so simple, but we are here sitting like idiots, pleasing everybody and not taking care of ourselves. That is really not good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
literally the two tools, which is the mirror work and the gratitude,
Yeah.
is the immediate shift, you see. Okay, we to work on these long, I have this issue, I have that issue, or you don't understand. I've had people turn around and tell me, well, you don't understand. Okay.
Huh.
You have your husband, you have children, you have grandchildren, you don't understand what's happening with me.
Then don't explain them.
No, 1 minute. Do you know what I have been through in my life? So then, how do you know?
Right.
Just because I'm where I am today, you can't judge me.
Yeah.
I've had people who stopped being friends with me because I didn't want to party as much as I used to when I was younger. And I'm like, okay,
Same thing happened
life
with
goes
me.
on.
Same thing happened
Yeah.
with me. I had 50 friends by count, I think 4 years before. Just after the COVID, I just shifted myself that I want to do something for myself. And the moment I started doing that, people just took U-turn.
Yeah.
Because they want to go with you for parties, spending your money, enjoying themselves. Guys, please don't make yourself fool. Please open your eyes, live for you today. Because next birth, I don't know what we will get. So better to enjoy the most beautiful creation of the God, right? Don't spoil it. This is what my gift to the people listening to you. And now you tell me, when you started this book, so again and again, I am coming on the book. Why? Because I have read this book completely. And the book scenario is not like a bookish. It is like somewhere you are having a picture in your mind. And when I was reading it, no, that every glance of the book was in front of me. So it made me connected. Usually I take a lot of time to read books. I don't sit because I can't sit with myself along for a long time. But this book I finished in 2 days. I am still not believing. But yes, the book is really very nice. I must say, everybody, just have a book and read it. You'll not feel like leaving the book before you finish.
Okay.
So there was a point where I asked you by calling you also. When we say we have to, there's every night what we do that I forget the word, manifestation.
Manifesting. Yeah.
I asked you this question if you remember. What
Yes.
is manifestation and how it actually works? So can you give little description on that so people will understand actually how manifestation works and basically what is manifestation?
Personally, I think manifestation needs a entire podcast to itself. But to cut it short, I think when you said you write things that you want to manifest, I think that for me is not the way. The way I teach people and I encourage people to manifest is to have the faith and the belief. If you say, I'm going to manifest, I want $1 million by next week. I'm manifesting it, I'm manifesting it. Okay? It's not manifesting it. It's like you're demanding it or whatever, which also works in a lot of the way different people say it. I think that anything you really want to create for yourself, you have to have the faith, the belief, and work towards it. It has to be a combination of those. So when I say faith, let me put it this way, I'm going to manifest that I'm going to do another podcast with Sadhna in the next 3 months. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay, done. You will be doing that. See, your manifestation has been completed as of now. Right?
But if I turn around and say, you know what? I'm in my heart, I believe I'm going to work towards something very interesting. And I'm going to manifest this, that we work together to create another podcast in the next few months. There's a complete, my whole heart and my energy changed when I did it that way compared to the way I said it earlier.
Means just saying and feeling and saying
You need
and
to
doing some
feel
work.
it.
Yeah.
And you need to believe it. Because if you're not believing what you want to create, how is your subconscious going to help you create it? So you really need to have faith that it's going to happen.
Sometimes we manifest the way you were saying. There are people must be, they have a practice of it. Things happens and things never happens.
Yeah.
In this scenario, can you explain a little bit so that their eyes are open about my viewers I'm talking about? So they will say, I manifested this and this has not happened. So what do you want to say about it? So that it will be clear. Everything what they are asking or manifesting, it will not work.
No.
Whatever you are working on, you actually want and doing the effort.
Yeah.
Means if you are sitting and saying, I want this much money in my bank account today, and you are just sitting on a couch, will not happen.
No.
Maybe you will end up little less.
Yeah.
But at least you will be on the path of earning that much amount, and you're working on it, and you're feeling that it's coming. So I want the little more description on this so that they will understand it in a clear way.
I think what we receive is, we should only receive that which is for our highest good.
Right.
Okay. Now, if I want $1 million and it's not going to benefit me, and I may just go and gamble it, maybe it's not, I'm not meant to get it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So coming back to more practical things and reality, the reason half the time I think our manifestations don't work is because we don't believe it. And we don't have faith in it.
Right.
Okay. I have faith that I'm going to do another podcast in the next 3 months. I actually believe I'm going to do it. Okay. I feel the energy here is so lovely that I want to be back here. Right?
Right.
So that's exactly what I'm feeling. And I'm being real. And I'm
you're
being
excited.
true. And
Yeah.
So that's when it really happens. And the next episode, when we record it, we shall repeat this, what we're doing right now. That this is
we
what
will do it.
Yeah.
Guys, we'll be seeing you within a month again with the new podcast. Why? Because she'll be giving you some practices to do, as already 2 are there. So I will do it myself first, and then with the example and everything, I'll be coming and showing it to you that what I have created after doing that. So I think that will leave the little more impact on people's thought.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yes, we'll be doing it. And yes, I am doing this manifestation in front of you, and really wholeheartedly I'm doing it, that we will be not changing the world, will be if we are touching even a single thought of yours, and maybe we are helping to change it, that will be the achievement for us.
Absolutely.
This is what actually we want to do it. So before going further, I would like to ask you, what is the main thing you are manifesting these days, and what is the thought behind it?
Manifesting towards my book?
Book, yes.
I think I would be delighted if it reached more people.
Right.
Not for a monetary reason, more for an emotional reason, because I feel I was amazed when you called me in the middle of the book, and it was adorable because you sounded so excited. You know, it was just amazing. That for me is just, that's the best feeling in the world.
Means I feel myself as a non-bookish person, okay? But if I was excited and reading the book throughout from, the beginning till end, means there is something in the book. Because for me, sitting with the book, it is not, you cannot see me every day. It is mood. I'm moody.
Yeah.
So when it comes like cutting out of everybody and then you staying in the house in your room only for few days in like 6, 7, 8 months, and taking a book, reading one page, then taking another book from another page. So means I'm finding the interest where I can stick on.
Yeah.
But this book is not, letting me move from the place till I finished.
Also because it's not very, it's 100 pages.
Right.
And for me, the whole thing about the book was, it's like we're having a conversation. Yeah. So most of the people who read the book said, we feel like we're talking to you.
Right.
I think there are so many books out. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong, but I think this is such a layman's language that you and I can just understand
Understand,
it. It's
yeah.
so easy, and that's the main. I mean, for me, I really just want to say, just pick it up, and I'm like, it's like we're just having a lovely conversation.
Right.
And that's the whole thing about writing it. And I remember people saying, "Oh, this is so easy." I'm like, but shouldn't it be more? Shouldn't there be more in it?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is me. This is the way I talk, and that's how I want to write. I don't want to have very big words there, and I don't want to make it very long. It should be simple, quick, easy read with tools you can use.
Right.
In every chapter, there's a tool you can use. And that's all there is. So I think for me, it's so important that I be able to help people, and that's all that matters. Honestly, I love making people happy. I love sharing joy, and for me, that is why the book matters to me so much.
Information is not required when it is pages on pages.
Yeah.
If it is full information with a small paragraph is enough
Yeah.
if you are getting it well.
Yeah.
So I got every point of the book is still there. And yes, of course, about the book, I will be having her contact. You can contact me for her books, and you can contact her also, because we'll be adding her Instagram and the details down below the description box. And yes, I'm gonna give that book as a giveaway to few people, so that at least it will help few more females like it helped me. Second thing I want to say, the book is not that costly. You're thinking we spend a lot on money on makeup, on nails, on hair, on food, on parties. So it is for your health. If you think that it can change your life, please have a look in the book. It's really nice.
It's also available on Amazon.
Oh, it's there on Amazon.
Yes,
so you can find out. It's Radiate Happiness.
Yes.
Find out by Anjana. So I want you to give a message to the people around us and tell them which kind of way they can be happy with, and what is your advice to them.
Every morning or evening, write down things you're grateful for. And when you're brushing your teeth, look in the mirror and tell yourself how much you love yourself. Because that is the simplest and easiest way. I think it's really important to start being true to ourselves. And these are little tools you can start use and to realize there is more to life. There is more to you, actually. There is so much more to you than you actually put out in the world. You are capable of so much more. We just limit ourselves. Why do we limit ourselves? Because we're worried about the past, or worried about the future, or something. We're not in the present. We're not living now for who and what we are. So just start being grateful, start loving yourself more, and let's watch the world change. That's the simplest and most basic thing I can share for now.
That is very simple and basic advice, and very beautiful to everybody. So I want you to advise those women who are having everything in their lives, but still they're not happy.
Well, one is healthy boundaries. And just listening to you, I realized very often we're not happy, considering we have everything, is because we're living in a world of judgment and comparison.
And that comes from where?
From within. You're judging yourself, or you're judging, oh, she has such a big ring. I don't. My ring is not as big as hers. Oh, that one has that bag and I don't have that bag. So if you've got everything in the world, what is stopping you from living a happy life? It's you. It's because you're judging, or your words exactly were, when people have everything in their life, why are they not happy?
Of course.
So it's coming from
the
within.
core, yeah.
It's coming from you. And I swear to God, the simplest, like we've said, everything that we've talked about, we've repeated the exercises.
Right.
Just start, because you're so focused on what you don't have.
Right.
That you're not focusing on what you have. So focus more on what you have. That'll make the shift away from your focus on what you don't have.
And the core of this episode, I feel, is like a comparison. stop comparing yourself with others.
Just live
And then
your
believe in
journey.
yourself
Yeah.
and follow what she's saying. So this is it for today.
Thank you.
And lovely having you here.
Thank you, Sadhana,
And
very
it was
much.
lovely having the information about happiness. And I really want people to have, people to read this book. And if they really want to know about the happiness, and this will not be on the place where they will this book will completely shift you, but it will help you to reach out there where you can start feeling the happiness around you. So thank you very much. This is me, Sadhana, again, and this is my channel, The Attitude of Gratitude.